Hello everyone, welcome to Technia TV. I, Mansi Chopra, faculty of BAJMC department from Technia Institute of Advanced Studies is going to deliver a lecture on e-governance. E-governance. Electronic governance or e-governance is the application of information and communication technology for delivering government services, exchange of information, communication transactions, integration of various standalone systems and services between government to citizens, government to business, government to government, government to employees, as well as back office processes and interactions within the entire government framework. Through e-governance, government services are made available to citizens in a convenient, efficient and transparent manner. The three main target groups that can be distinguished in governance concepts are government, citizens and business interest groups. In e-governance, there are no distinct boundaries. Although the two terms are often used interchangeably, there is a difference between e-governance and e-government. E-government refers to the use of ICTs in public administration which when combined with organizational change and new skills are intended to improve public services and democratic process and to strengthen support to the public. However, e-government has no provision for ICT, typically requires substantial increase in regulation and policy making capabilities as well as additional expertise and opinion shaping process among various social stakeholders. The perspective of e-governance is the use of the technologies that both help to govern and have to be governed. The central goal of e-governance is to reach the beneficiary and to ensure that their service needs are met. Ideally, the government will automatically recognize the importance of achieving this goal in order to maximize its efficiency. Furthermore, e-government use one-way communication protocol whereas e-governance use two-way communication protocol. Establishing the identity of the end beneficiary is a challenge in all citizen-centric services. Statistical information published by governments and global bodies do not always reveal the facts. The best form of e-government cuts down on the unwanted interference of too many layers while delivering governmental services. It depends on good infrastructural setup with the support of local processes and parameters for governments to reach their citizens or end beneficiaries. A budget for planning, development and growth can be derived from well laid out e-government systems. The relevance of BI analytics has brought forth a paradigm shift in assimilating and visualizing huge chunks of data in near real-time manner. The pivot of all good decision-making system is correct, up-to-date and compliant data. Governments not only want the transformation of their own country and countrymen but also expect improved relations and healthy trade across the world. Development should be transformative and continuously evolving. Internal as well as external IT systems should work in tandem with government policies and procedures. Data analytics has the ability to change the color and complexion of the world. E-governance should induce up-to-date information, initiative, effective interaction and engage with transparent transactions in compliance with rule of law, thus enabling a sustainable transformation model. The public-private partnership, which is also known as Triple P, based on e-governance projects are hugely successful in India. Many countries implement e-government policies in an attempt to build a corruption-free government. Government to citizens. The goal of government to citizens e-governments is to offer a variety of ICT services to citizens in an efficient and economical manner and to strengthen the relationship between government and citizens using technology. There are several methods of government to customers e-governance. Two-way communication allows citizens to instant message directly with public administrator and cast remote electronic votes and instant opinion voting. Transactions such as payment of services, city utilities can be completed online or over the phone. Mundane services such as name or address changes, applying for services or grants or transferring existing services are more convenient and no longer have to be completed face to face. A full switch to government to citizens e-governance will cost a large amount of money in development and implementation. In addition, government agencies do not always engage citizens in the development of their e-government services or accept feedback. Customers identified the following barriers to government to customers e-governance not anyone has. Internet access, especially in rural or low income areas, G2C technologies can be problematic for citizens who lack computing skills. Some G2C sites have technology requirements such as browser requirements and plugins that won't allow access to certain services, language barriers, the necessity for an email address and to access certain services, and the lack of privacy. Government to employees. E-governance to employee partnership is one of four main primary interactions in the delivery model of e-governance. It is a relationship between online tools, sources, and articles that help employee to maintain the communication with the government and their own companies. E-governance relationship with employees allows near learning technology in one simple place as the computer. Documents can now be stored and shared with other colleagues online. E-governance makes it possible for employees to become paperless and makes it easy for employees to send important documents back and forth to colleagues all over the world instead of having to print out these records or fax. G2E services also include software for maintaining personal information and records of employees. Some of the benefits of G2E explanation includes e-payroll, maintaining the online sources to view paychecks, pay stubs, pay bills and pay records of tax information. E-benefits, be able to look up what benefits an employee is receiving and what benefits they have a right to. E-training allows for a new and current employee to regularly maintain the development of new technology and to allow new employees to train and learn over new material in one convenient location. E-learning is another way to keep employees informed on the important material they need to know through the use of visuals, animations, videos, etc. It is usually a computer based learning tool, although not always. It is always a way for employees to learn at their own pace through it can be instructor led. Maintaining records of personal information allows the system to keep all records in one easy location to update with every single bit of information that is relevant to a personal file. Examples being social security numbers, tax information, current address, and other information. Government to employees is the online interactions through instantaneous communication tools between government units and their employees. G2E is one out of the four primary delivery models of e-government. G2E is an effective way to provide e-learning to the employees, bring them together, and to promote knowledge sharing among them. It also gives employees the possibility of accessing information in regards to compensation and benefit policies, training and learning opportunities, and civil rights laws. G2E services also include software for maintaining personal information and records of employees. G2E is adopted in many countries including United States, Hong Kong, and New Zealand. E-government. From the start of 1990s, e-commerce and e-products there has a rampant integration of e-forms of government process. Governments have now tried to use the efficiencies of their techniques to cut down on waste. E-government is a fairly broad subject matter but also relate to how the services and representations are now delivered and how they are now being implemented. Many governments around the world have gradually turned to information technologies in an effort to keep up with today's demands. Historically, many governments in this sphere have been reactive, but recently there has been a more proactive approach in developing comparable services such things as e-commerce and e-business. Before the structure emulated private like business techniques, recently there has all changed as e-government beginnings to make its own plane. Not only does e-government introduces a new form of record keeping, but it also continues to become more interactive to better the process of delivering services and promoting constituency participation. The framework of such an organization is now expected to increase more than ever by becoming efficient and reducing the time it takes to complete an objective. Some examples include paying utilities, tickets, and applying for permits. So far, the biggest concern is accessibility to internet technologies for the average citizens. In an effort to help, administrations are now trying to aid these who do not have the skills to fully participate in the new medium of governance, especially now as e-government progressing to more e-governance terms. An overhaul of the structure is now required as every pre-existing sub-entity must now emerge under one concept of e-government. As a result, public policy has also changed due to emerging of constituent participation and the internet. Many governments, such as Canada's, have begun to invest in developing new mediums of communication of issues and information through virtual communication that has led to several responses and adoption by interest. In practice, this has led to several responses and adaptations by interest groups, activists, and lobbying groups. This new medium has changed the way the public interacts with government. The purpose to include e-governance to government is to means more efficient in various aspects, whether it means to reduce cost by reducing paper clutter, staffing cost, or communicating with private citizens or public government. I hope you understand the topic e-governance. For more videos, please like and subscribe Technia TV. Thank you.